I'm Astrologer Val Evans and trying to stay quiet. It's late. Don't want to wake up anyone in the White House. Don't want to alert anyone to what we're about to do. We're going to look at some cards and charts tonight for what's ahead when it comes to Ukraine. Trump supporters, they want to stand behind him, but it just seems a little bit crazy. So I'm going to start with some cards first, but give us a card for this show, for what we're about to talk about. Ooh, it's going to be the Hermit reversed. That's interesting. And can we get a clarifier card for that? Something about a hermit, which is solitary, but yet reversed. Seven of Pentacles. Something is about to grow. We wonder who that is. Is that Zelenskyy or is that someone else? Where is the growth? It is about land. We know that. And so much about Putin and Trump has to do with thievery, or scorpionic themes, somebody else's things. Scorpio can also just be land. You could be obsessed with land. I know we're in the war room tonight. President Donald Trump criticized Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelenskyy on Tuesday, hours after U.S. and Russian officials met in Saudi Arabia to talk about the war in Ukraine. Representatives from Ukraine were notably absent from the talks. So freaking screwed up. Zelenskyy has said Ukraine will not, quote, give in to Russia's ultimatums, and added he would refuse to sign any agreement negotiated without Kyiv's involvement. Trump, speaking at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, of course, said the talks were, quote, very good and that Russia wants to do something. Here's what else the president said today. The meeting with Putin, Trump says he will probably meet his counterpart, Putin, before the end of February. Trump and Putin spoke for 90 minutes by telephone last week. The U.S. president has said talks with the Russian leader will likely also occur in Saudi Arabia. Trump falsely claimed that Ukraine started the war with Russia. That's what made the big headlines tonight in the U.S. So you should have ended it after 3 years. He says you should have never started it. You could have made a deal, Trump said in a context of comments about Ukraine wanting to be involved in talks in Saudi Arabia. Trump claimed he could have made a deal for Ukraine that would have given them almost all of the land and no people would have been killed. Oh my God. And it just keeps going on and on. The United States would not object to it at all, to European peacekeeping troops being stationed in Ukraine. Trump said, if they want to do that, that's great. I'm all for it. However, he suggested the U.S. would not participate because we're very far away. Oh my God. What am I reading? All right. So are we ready to go to the charts here? And hey, Keeper Girl from Canada. I bet it is cold up there and hope you're staying warm. We talk about Gemini a lot. We talk about Scorpio a lot. Scorpio is revenge, and they often say World War II was Germany's revenge for World War I. So hopefully we don't see another world war. There's always something every generation. There's always some kind of war to be scared of. What we're trying to do is we're looking at Zelenskyy's solar return chart. And so that's the second house we're really looking at. So notice that the second house, this is February, and Scorpio is here in the second house. So all has to do with deals and money. And so Pluto is down here. This is what we're looking at right now. Pluto is being activated. So there is a square here to the allies. It's like they're not agreeing. He's not agreeing with the allies. This is the seventh house of allies. Once we get down to March, okay, this is when Jupiter starts to activate. So March for him, let's see how March is for Zelenskyy. First of all, it's weak because retrograde. We're talking about a retrograde month. And we've got a stop here. It is a complete just jam. It's a no. And the money dries up. Somehow the money is stopping in in a major, major way. We've got Russia all in the middle here, and we've got Jupiter and Gemini. Well, Trump's a Gemini, so he's kind of stopping all of the money. It's going to be very, very frustrating. Probably one of a few months that are going to be extremely, extremely stressful. Whenever you have a T square in your chart, this is stress. This is a block. Sometimes it's not for you. Sometimes other people are stressed out. But what's really interesting is that you can see part of fortune here opposing the Gemini, squaring the Neptune, the Pisces. So these people are really trying to do something and they're not being successful. So, yes, maybe Zelensky is not getting the money that he needs, but with everything that's going on with these crazy people trying to flip the script on Zelensky, it doesn't look like it initially works. So that's what I'm saying. And we're looking at Zelensky's solar return chart. So this is a chart that you can look at for yourself. And you can see it every year. You could see how things are going. For him, his chart ruler is Venus. And so that's right here. So that just happens to be in the middle of all of his enemies. So it's literally, you could see him in the middle of his enemies. So it's like they all fail. And at least in some of the coming months, because it's all hemmed up in this T square. However, with all of this Pisces, there is some success. And I think that this could be Zelensky here. And he does something pretty shocking. It's right on the sixth house of court matters. So this could be an international court. This looks like an attack of some sort. So Jupiter's going to start coming in here. If this is February 25th, I mean, this is like right about now. And something's happening up here. Mars at 22 degrees. Now, Mars retrograde shows that maybe the attack isn't maybe it's old bullets, old guns, that kind of retrograde energy. But it sure looks like it's possible he's getting money from somebody because Venus is money. Also, keep in mind that we're talking about spies. Somebody's giving him information. There's no question about it. So he has, I think he's got a couple of tricks up his sleeve. The chart, this is Zelensky's solar return chart. And so you can see his prediction. So we're going to look at the solar return chart for Zelensky. We're going to look at Putin's solar return chart and Trump. So Trump's is up next. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. And all right, so another reason that I labeled Mercury as Putin is because the 12th house is in Virgo. Okay, so this is a hidden enemy. So he's coming in here, and there is some serious, serious issues that are happening now. It looks like Putin is coming into his homeland. Fourth house is his house. So, but the problem is that you've got Mars here at the very top. And with that, that shows that could Putin be wounded? So let's ask about that. What is going on in April? What will happen to Putin when it comes to, this is Zelensky's chart, when he tries to move into Zelensky's territory in April? Can you give us some clues? The sun, this is power. Is Zelensky going to be successful in defending his territory in April? April to May, Queen of Pentacles. Somehow there's money involved that's going to be positive. So yes, he will be, looks like he's going to be successful April and May, which seems hard to believe. Angel to Babe, I love it. Love that name. Yeah, extremes everywhere since the start of 2025. How about when COVID started? I mean, I started to feel a big shift in like January 2020. So I had a big milestone in my life happened on the exact day that Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan decided to leave the UK. We were all leaving where we were supposed to be leaving, I guess. This is really interesting, this T square with Putin. This is This is major, major wounds. So I wonder if it has to do with Putin himself. And, maybe even Putin has a twin that's coming in. There's a look-alike. All right, so now here is Trump's transit chart. This is super interesting. You can see right up at the top of the chart, Uranus is about to move in to his 10th house. So this can represent change and doing things very, very, very fast. Unfortunately, the MC is right on Algol. So chopping people's heads off, basically, if he wants to. That's kind of what's happening right now. He would say, and his supporters would say that they're cutting the fat, the pork. That would be Taurus, maybe, because pork food. But Jupiter's also going through his 10th house. Now, Jupiter is expansion, it's good luck, it's doing whatever you want to do, go for it. But the problem is that we've got Saturn here, and it is squaring his 10th house. So it's kind of, let's see, yeah, it's moving right into the North Node. So North Node can mean deception, and Saturn is not allowing this to happen. So he's being backed up a bit there. It's kind of like a stuck feeling, keeping in mind too that the seventh house lord, these are your partners. So your partners are stopping you from what you want to be doing. Saturn through the seventh house, that is a coldness of the partner. So if you're married, you're going to feel a little chill for a while. Sometimes it can go up to about 2 to 3 years. Right now, yeah, it's like they're trying to stop him from this deception that's coming in. Interesting how Jupiter is making its way over here. So we're going to see more and more deception with Jupiter expanding this. So that'll be interesting to see that all converge. There's going to be more deception and more of a break on it. So, now with a square to Gemini, that usually means a thief. So a thief is in the building, and there could be some things that he might have to be concerned about with regard to either being seen as a thief or working with a thief. And there it is, Uranus and Jupiter. These are generally pretty good to have in good aspect going through your 10th house of career. There's the partners, and this is Donald Trump's soul return chart. Now, we start his chart June 14th on his birthday. That's the first house. And so we've made our way around. The election itself all went through here. Now we are in, let's see, it's February 18th. So we're in the ninth house. Boy, is he in the news. The ninth house, the news, the courts. We are about to move into Pisces here. This is a big deal because Pisces is going to activate. Now, what does Pisces mean? It means Russia. It means deception in his 10th house. It also, to me, this could mean a disaster that he has to attend to. So maybe he wants to do all of these things with Putin, but he can't because there's something where he has to go and visit. That could be a possibility. There's a huge flood or some kind of act of God that he's got to deal with, and maybe that's kind of stopping things. But this is a spy. I mean, this is right up at the top, and it seems like the spy is stopping things. Somebody's in the background. But with Neptune, that is a disguise. Somebody is a disguise, and they're way out in the open in the 10th house. So it could be a government spy. 10th house, government, Neptune spy. So, and you can see how there's a T-square. This guy here, this could be pretty big. It's going to activate as Pisces comes in. It's going to get more and more activated or extreme, I think, as we get into let's see, March. I'd say the end of March. So mid-March, end of March. An attempt to flood things in a fake way. This could be fake pictures, but it doesn't seem to work because of this T-square here with Gemini and part of fortune. So people are like, I don't get it. What's going on? They don't understand exactly what is trying to be accomplished. And it's very possible too. You're already seeing like everyone's scared about an asteroid or something that really brings fear. And I think it could be a distraction. So that could be coming up. The big distraction comes up while everybody runs to the other side and takes the land. It's very possible. Why do I feel like Putin and Elon communicate telepathically? They probably have a chip in their brains. Hey, Shauna, nice to see you. Yeah, I'm not scared. I am not scared. Yeah, Elphaz, it's like there's something out of James Bond, you know? He wants to be James Bond. So that's what I think is coming up. There's some kind of resistance here. And yet you can see how Pluto's on this side here while all of this other stuff is going on. Something is happening at the same time where there's a gain here. Could be his partner, could be data. So he's doing well with the data. He's working on the data while everybody else in the world seems to be scared. So I guess we're going to find out what that is. It could very well be a weather event. Another one. So I have hand caught in the cookie jar. That's what I'm getting for this clue. Actually, I'm going to go back to Donald Trump here. What is this T-square we're seeing? Can you give us some kind of clue? Let me make this a little bit bigger. Can you give us some kind of clue, Spirit, as to what that T-square is with Trump? What is going on that's so scary that it's almost like he's locking down communication? Or could this be some kind of weather event? How about I ask a yes or no question? Is this some kind of a fraud that's taking place in the next 8 weeks? Oh, well, it looks like yes. Now, could this be? Now, that's our Taylor Swift card. So give us a clarifier on what this T square could possibly be in Trump's solar return, predictive solar return. The star. So, this could it be a celebrity? Could it be somebody who's trying to maybe join forces with Trump? And what is the conflict? What are we looking at here? There's definitely conflict. There's an obstruction of some sort. 9 of Swords. So that can be people who are sad about something. So I'm going to say that some of it might have to do with a weather event. Also, we have a lot of people who just listen, but I would love to hear where you're from. And if you've never commented before, I'd love for you to comment now. So just tell us who you are and where you're from. And now I'm going to look at the next chart, which will be it's Putin. Isn't it interesting that the ascendant is in Gemini? This is how people see him. And when you have a square with Gemini, like he does, it can show that people think you're a thief. So, and it's at 18 degrees. So sometimes that can mean maybe a critical thief, an evil thief, 18 degrees. So let's get a card for Putin. How about that? Try that first before we look at the chart. LK, nice to see you. Thanks for writing. And yeah, I am so shocked about how many people are from Canada that join us. So that's so super exciting. Especially everybody's so cold, you know. They're like, you can barely do anything right now, but that's going to change soon. Another couple of weeks, I think. Except we've got to get through Mercury retrograde. So that'll be interesting. Thank you, Shauna. Angel, welcome in, everyone. Yes, we're trying not to be political. We are concentrating on interpreting the astrological charts and tarot. That's exactly right. And also, if you're interested in a reading, I have got a special going right now. So you can just go to astrologywithval.com www.as.me. Check out my readings. We look at a ton of charts and we look at your predictions for the year, which is super fun and always nice to know what is ahead for you month to month. So you can see month to month predictions with solar return charts, but you can also see like things that are happening within a few years and the timing when you look at transit charts and solar arc charts. So, hello, Miss Kay. Thanks for writing in. Kel from San Diego. Thank you so much. Or is it Kelly? Kelly. And okay, great. Now let's get to Putin's chart. I was going to do a card. What do you think I'm going to get for Putin for a tarot card? I have a feeling some of you are going to say the devil. Thank you so much, guys, for writing in. San Diego, Canada. So amazing. God, I love YouTube. Okay. So now I'm going to just do this card. I wish Amber was here. I should have told her I was coming on. Oh, Miss Case is bully, king of swords, emperor. Fables, nice to see you. Not the tower, please. Actually, that might be good for Putin. That means something's going to come down. And all right, so here we go. We're going to pick, just give us a card for Putin. I'm going to shuffle these up and see what we get. Okay. This is the card for Vladimir Putin. Oh, 4 Pentacles. Somebody who is frugal. Let's get a clarifier card. That wasn't good enough. 4 Pentacles, someone that's afraid. It's almost like even Putin could be fearful of not having enough. And, he sees some valuable things around him. He wants more. So one more card for Putin. Oh my God. The Tower. Wow. Angel, you called it. That's unbelievable. And one more clarifier card for Putin. Yeah. Yep. He's on a track and he's going to be stopped. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Miss K. People are starving and he's loaded. And did I ever tell you this story when I lived over in St. Petersburg, Russia? But I was walking home from school and I was staying with a family there in a little apartment. And so I decided to cut through the square there. And there were all of these babushkas. They were very old women in coats, very cold. And they're trying to make money. They're trying to sell their bread, their chleb. And so I pulled out $1. And because it's the only thing I had, I was out of ruble. And so I give the woman $1 and she looked at it. This was in 94. This is 94. And she looked at her friends, the other babushkas, and they all like kind of gathered around and they all like took turns looking at the dollar. And so they eventually said, okay, we'll take it. But it was like 10 times what the bread was worth, like street value. So it made me very sad and also made me think about how we didn't realize back then. And I mean, the wall had just come down, but we didn't realize how isolated they are up there in their world. It's pretty amazing. So, all right. So one more clarifier card for Putin. After the Tower, what does that mean for Putin? Justice reversed. Okay, I'm going to look at the astrology cards here for Putin. And then we're going to look at his chart. We're going to look at his prediction for this year. Okay, are we ready? This is for Putin. Oh my God. 12th house, escape. Whoa. So Putin's going to try to escape. Where's he going to go? God. I guess he could go to North Korea. Probably China. Iran, he could go to Iran. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to tell you, not to insert my own background in again, but I always wanted to go to these places that everybody was going when I was younger, like, Spain and London and all these places. But for some reason, I went to Russia. I lived in Russia. I lived in Venezuela. And now I'm living in Texas. And what do all three of those locations have in common? Oil. And I'm, Sun Pisces. So I guess it just kind of like you don't have a choice. Got to go to the oil, places of oil. Yuck. Niners girl, you said, I lived in London for 6 months when I was 23. Great experience. I wish I would have known you and you would have said or talked me out of, although I gotta say, Russia was amazing. It was like being in a dream. It was gorgeous. And the people were amazing. So I don't have any regrets. I did have a couple of regrets around November and December. Um, hey, Soda Pop, nice to see you. Oh, top businessmen have lost big money because of him. Yeah, I mean, when you act like a mobster, you're probably gonna go the same way that, you inflicted harm on others. There's a lot of revenge there, right? So there's Putin's chart. Gemini. Now we've got Mercury here. And Mercury is the ruler of his chart at 18 degrees in Libra. And like you said, he's a Sun Libra as well. With Mercury so close to him, um, mm, looks like he does have a twin somewhere. I mean, Mercury is normally next to the Sun, but so close. It looks like maybe he's trying to twin with James Bond or something. He's just like Madonna does. That's on my Instagram. I show you how Madonna has Gemini in her 10th house. So she's always trying to twin with someone. So definitely some twinning energy for Putin. So he's got Saturn at the top, Mars and Venus. So Venus and Moon in Scorpio. He has a lot of things in common with Trump in that there's revenge that's involved. Now, when you're looking at revenge in a chart, you're going to look not only at Scorpio, but you're going to look at where Pluto is. And Pluto ooh, oh God. Pluto is retrograde and at 29 degrees in Capricorn. Now, Capricorn means government. I've got Jupiter at 29 in Capricorn, and it's on my fourth house. So I lived in DC most of my life, and so I lived around government buildings. So that was Capricorn, very Capricornian. And also, I lived in a house of government employees, basically. But 29 degrees is very afflicted. It is intense. It's intense revenge, and using the government as maybe his instrument, I suppose. The problem for him is there is a square with part of fortune, so it kind of messes things up for him a little bit. With Taurus there, this could be wanting too much. When you have a square to Pluto, that means too much. So the desire, obsession for money, secret money, 12th house. Ugh, it's no good. We've got a bunch of politicians here, bad politicians in his sixth house of court matters. And this is February 7th for him. And so February 7th to March 7th, this is where we are right now. Isn't it interesting that his month in his solar return chart is in Leo? The Leo shows up, and that would be Trump. So Trump's all in here, and then it changes over to Virgo. So this is going to be, it's probably pretty much right now. And so that's when Mercury goes from Sun to Mercury, which is basically the same. It's right down here. Wow. In the middle of all those diplomats and politicians. That's kind of crazy. So here it is. And this is going to be March 7th. It really intensifies. Actually, it intensifies now because Virgo is activated and it's activating that Mercury. So it's activating this T square here. right there. And Mars is in the 3rd house. So these are attacks. These are attacks. So this could be threats from the diplomats. Lots of threats. This looks kind of dangerous. So mid-February all the way through to April, you're talking about some serious 3rd house communications. Mars is metal and cars and vehicles. So, we're talking about vehicles with, like, outfitted with bombs and, um, let's see, where's a bomb? Is there any bomb? Yeah, there's a couple bombs. Um, Uranus is usually there in the midst of all of it, but it does mean, like, local attacks that are coming. And something's being planned for sure. So, let's look at the next month. Is Zelensky planning attacks that are going to be shocking next few weeks? Whoa. Oh my God. Hey, Elshan, nice to see you. Strength. The answer is yes. Oh, he's going to exert his influence. Miss K said Putin is all about money. He's worth over 200 billion. Wow. Elshan, nice to see you from Jersey. And you love Harry and Meghan. Wow. Yeah. Whoa. The strength card. The North Node is usually what you're going to get. Oh my God. That's so amazing. The North Node is in opposition here. He really wants something secret here in the 12th house. He wants maybe foreign land. He wants to win a war. That's what he wants. That's what he's supposed to get. But these politicians are making it very difficult, and they're not great politicians either. Now, Trump could be in there trying to smooth things over there, but it's not going his way. Yet there is a month here where he is able to acquire something that he wants. God, wow. March is a big month. March 7th to April 7th, 3 different planets are going to be activated during that. This is a huge, huge month. And the reason I say that is because there are going to be different energies. Suddenly this is going to happen for him, and then suddenly it changes. The problem for him problem for Putin is that when Scorpio comes in, I don't know, let's say March 12th to March 20th. So 8 days, 8, the number of Scorpio. Good Lord. This actually looks good for him. This kind of looks like he's somewhat successful. And the reason I say that is that you can see a big grand trine here with Venus. This is somebody else's land that is returned to him with that Mars there. So, possibility there could be some kind of contract. All of these politicians, they're diplomats, and they are opposing Chiron. So I wonder if the people who are opposing him are getting hurt. I wonder if these people here are getting harmed somehow. There's a big, big fight ahead. But March, and then this is the middle of March, where things start to happen that are somewhat successful. They're going along what Putin, he might think that he's being successful there, but then something happens that just totally throws him off. And that's this right here. And it's a complete shock. It just cuts it. So this is a betrayal. Usually when you have an opposition or a square to a planet in Scorpio, this is going to be jealousy, betrayal, revenge. So somebody is going to get revenge on him. Being Uranus, that's probably Zelensky. So you can totally see the timing here. You can see that Putin gets what he wants, and then Zelensky comes in and strikes. So he's pissed, and he wants revenge. Now, this is something super famous that's happening because of the moon and how it's trining or sextiling Pluto. This is very, very famous. So it could have something to do with Neptunian things. This is water, chemicals. Could be something that is a major, major chemical event, which we hope not. Hopefully, it doesn't pull a Syrian type of thing here. But this could be between March 12th and March 20th, I think. Ugh. So I said don't touch the cookie jar because that's what I feel like is this energy with Putin. He just keeps wanting something for himself and he's going to, in some ways, get burned. So it doesn't look great for him. Okay. And okay, so here's the other thing. Jupiter right here is sextiling the sun. So there's Trump right there. I feel like there could have been potentially a hidden contract where maybe Putin helped Trump and now Trump is helping him. This could be some kind of maybe unwritten agreement. I don't know. Maybe I should ask the cards. Currently, there's a lot of bans and trade bans on Russia due to bans Russian on Russia due to Ukraine war. So yeah, that could be the ban. Okay, he cut off the gas. Oh, that's right. Okay, so then it might have something to do. Yeah, there's definitely a strike that's coming up, and it could be from his side, could be his secret. Uranus is, or 12th house is secret. First of all, I wanted to ask about the Trump and Putin. Did Trump and Putin have an unwritten agreement about helping each other, like the election and Ukraine? I'd say this is a yes. 10 of Cups. Wow. This is just all around success when it comes to that. Yeah. Yeah, I think there was some kind of little agreement there. I do. Russia owns a lot of energy resources, including oil. I know, aren't they? Trump and Musk are comic book villains. Duck L'Orange wants to give all of Ukraine to Putin. I know. With regard to shutting off the gas, will Putin try to get revenge for this Ukraine diplomatic crisis? Will he try to shut off the gas? The Fool reversed. Looks like no. Can you give us a clarifier on revenge that Putin might want to exert on his enemies like Zelensky? The Chariot. So the chariot can actually mean jealousy, but these are horses. So horses and some kind of vehicle. So maybe there's something planned as far as that. Um, Basically making progress with the troops, advancing and advancing fast. I don't like that. Um, Now the Tower does oppose the 10 of Cups. It does? Yeah, I know. Well, you did say he was very intelligent, right? So you're good. The soda pop. Putin wants a younger brother he can beat up. That's my concern for Trump. Oh. Yes, purely entertainment purposes and speculation. Thank you, Angel. I know. We are all looking like you right now, Angel. Now, all right, so Jupiter in Gemini, so much Gemini, lots of thievery, and it's gonna something's gonna stop. I keep seeing problems for Trump in everybody's chart. So um, for Trump, you can see, let me show you. Now, Trump could be the sun. It's a partner, so he could be Jupiter. I like Jupiter because Jupiter's a lot of blue lines to it, trying to help with all of this, the diplomatic core here, and also with Chiron, he's trying to make things better. He's trying to smooth things over. He's trying to heal the situation. But you can see that there's a square to Saturn here. This looks like this that Trump is going to be stopped in some way. This isn't going to be for a little while, though. Right now, we're kind of in this area where he's really trying to reach out, but you go around and let's see. So, October, this will be September, this will be August. So, around August, Angel, I know you're going to remember this because you have a photographic memory, or just a good memory, I should say. But Saturn is squaring Jupiter. So something stops Trump. This could be a spy. This could be, let's see, Pisces. Don't know what that is. The ninth house, this could be a journalist. It's the ninth house lord. It's the ninth house of Putin. So could be a journalist, could be the court, could be a lawyer. Saturn is a lawyer. So God help that person because they are really going to be in for it. So who is Saturn in this chart that is potentially stopping Trump in August? So I guess that's going to be between, I want to say, um, it could be August, but it could actually even be sooner because it could be when around the eighth house starts, when Capricorn begins. Okay, so it's going to be earlier than August. So that would be July, June, May. Okay, it's going to be around. There's going to be one part that's May, one part that's August. They're going to stop him. So um, I really want to know this one because, Saturn is like death as well. So death, fear, could be delay, could be just there's some kind of a block, could be a spy, could be a lawyer. So tell us who is stopping Trump in Putin's solar return chart. Lovers reversed. Okay, could be a partner. So a partner flips maybe. Can you give us some clarification on who is opposing Trump in Putin's chart? Um, Give us a profile. Give us what this person might look like. Seven of Cups. So maybe someone under 40 it could be Zelenskyy, but it looks like the person has too many options, can't make a decision. It's somebody that can't make a decision. With the lovers reversed. You've been watching The Last Kingdom? I haven't seen that one. Oh, Inga's here. Nice to see you, Inga. Maybe France will oppose somehow. That would be Leo. But, The Hague could be The Hague. Netanyahu, who was recently accused of war crimes. Kamala. Yes, it's Kamala. The court could be China or Iran. They're in bed with Russia. Yes. Trump 78, Putin 72. T is older than P. Yes, I think that's right. China wouldn't want to lose BRICS alliance. Let me ask one more thing here. Is Putin's life in danger? Hold on, let me put these back. Is Putin's life in danger this year because of a spy? Ten of Swords reversed. No. No, he's probably actually stronger now. Is there a spy that's going to be featured in the news in the next 6 months that has to do with Ukraine? Four of Wands. Well, that would be a celebration that is reversed, or that can't happen. So it's possible the answer is yes, and they are they're using their influence to flip the script on the party. This was the Super Bowl card that I had for Kansas City last year. So no party. The party is over. God, I don't know. And I think that's all I have for you guys. So what I'm getting is it's exhaustive efforts to gain territory, and it doesn't look so. It looks kind of half and half for him. I mean, this is Trump right in his first house. I mean, they are really, really, they're partnered more than he's ever had a partner. 21 degrees. That's a Sag degree. This person, Jupiter, knows all of these people. This could be Italians. They could be, oh, you know what Libra is? Libra is Asians. So could be Japan, could be, maybe he's talking to people who have a Libran type of profile. But these people are not having it. This could be it could be Germany. It could be Germany. Germany's now in the news. We'll see what happens there. But it definitely seems like there's going to be some big gains and big losses for Putin this year. Yeah, they're not messing about. I know. China's been courting Mexico to join the BRICS group. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, thank you. Brazil, Russia, Iran. Okay. Against the dollar. Yeah, that's what I wonder about, with Venezuela. Venezuela's a friend. So, what's going on there with their president? I guess, was it Maduro? Maduro now, he's considered the president. I guess he's happy that Trump won. So does this mean we're going to be doing some kind of oil deal with Venezuela now? I wonder if they're next when it comes to us doing business. I know. I'm going to edit while I burn sage. Soda pop, it's father time, beats us all. We all got health issues. Putin and Trump are up there in age. Maybe a younger lion comes forth. Ooh, that's a good one. Finland, yes. I know. Saudi Arabia, right? Oil. A lot of it has to do with oil, minerals. It's all valuable. They all want to be rich and powerful. So we'll see how it goes. But thank you all for joining me and putting up with my charts here. I really appreciate all of your comments, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to be doing an interview with our wonderful defense attorney. Hopefully Natalie's still listening and she's not studying, but she loves Bruce. So we're going to have defense attorney Bruce on tomorrow. And Bruce K, we're going to talk about Koberger. That's going to be in the afternoon. So hopefully you can check it out. We're shooting for 2:00 in the afternoon, but I haven't gotten a full confirmation from him yet. So thanks, everyone. Thanks, Donna, for joining in. I haven't seen you in a while, Donna. I hope you're doing great. And thanks, Keeper Girl. We'll see you guys tomorrow.